fuck you.
I take it that's the way we're going to open every video.
Yeah, you need to move over a little because the light is like...
Yeah, the light's kind of... Yeah.
Scoot a little.
But I'm God.
There you go. Well, now you are. You just blocked out the light. There we go. All right, everyone. It is time for a change. We have paid attention. We have seen. We understand. We hear you. We do. The Three Cocks Cafe, it was a good idea.
Seriously?
It really was.
Somebody posted we should call ourselves the Three Cocks Cafe.
Or three assholes and a dog.
Yep, 3 assholes and a dog.
That one's funny.
Yeah.
3 assholes and a dog. I thought that was a cool one just because, you know, Dakota should get some love.
Come here, Dakota.
She's definitely the best looking thing in our videos.
Here.
You know, 3 angry men.
That one's creative.
There was even one that got posted
There she
and
is.
then they took it down. I don't know why. I don't know, maybe they thought because they talked about my daughter I'd get angry. I thought it was funny though, because it was 3 assholes and a baby.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Then there was 3 angry men and a little lady. I don't know why they actually brought her up though, because we don't have Sam that much.
She's popped in a couple
times.
A few videos, but not often.
Not often, because we try to wait until she's asleep, because the language we use is not really child appropriate. Like, you know, me opening the page up and saying fuck you to all my fans. Fuck you, buddy. So, we have changed the name of our channel. We will still do the wrestling and all that. In fact, we're going to keep the Inside the Ropes moniker as it pertains to sporting events, if you will.
Yeah.
That'll be the title of the show from now on for the wrestling stuff and all that kind of things. You'll get Inside the Ropes, episode 1, 2, whatever. Fuck you. There you go. How you do? But we're going to start going after some bigger fish. And, you know, we started with the scumbags. It was the beginning of our show, kind of moving in a different direction a little bit. And now we're going to head into, you know, just daily shit that can piss a person off, really. And,
so shall we reveal the new name of the channel?
Yeah, go ahead.
The new name of this channel is FTW Entertainment. For those of you idiots that don't know what FTW means, it means fuck the world.
Absolutely. There's nothing I could think of better.
And for those of you that might have thought it meant for the win, you're completely wrong.
No. You should have seen my reaction when he texted me. He didn't even say the name of the channel, what it was. He just sent me a text like around 11 in the morning. Freaking fuck the world entertainment. I responded, I'm like, you good? I'm like, what the hell? I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I'm like, you okay? Like, there's something you need to talk about? Did I miss something?
I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, you just sent me fuck the world. I was like, yeah, that's us.
He sent me the same thing. I'm just like, huh?
I was like, that's us now. We are Fuck the World Entertainment. We are the guys that are going to say the things that most people don't want to say, or they're afraid to say, or the topics people don't want to touch, or the topics everybody's touching, but they're doing it in a politically correct kind of way that we don't really have the common sense to do. We're just going to do it in our big old dumbass fucking stomp across and call everything fucking stupid way. Because that's just the only way we know how to do things around here.
I think that's the only way we do things.
Pretty much, you know, like, oh my God, somebody climbed up a building and shot a bunch of people and they all stood there and got shot. Well, why the fuck did they all stand still? That would have been my first question. The gunshots let out, why didn't they run? That would have been my first question in this situation. You know? Things like that. Common sense issues that people don't really ask.
I would have asked like 5 stars.
You know? So, the thing that's kind of been bothering me, and I've paid attention to it over the last few days, and I'm sure by now most of the world has heard about it because it even got on the Oprah Winfrey show, I believe.
Wow.
I believe it even hit Oprah's, you know, space. And, you know, Oprah, I'm sure she was all trashing the poor man. Ginuine recently said on, I think it's Big Brother UK, I believe that's the show, that basically he was put in a situation where he's sitting next to, I guess a woman. She's a transgender. And this woman started to say how, I'm trying to word this the right way.
That it's hard for her to date.
That
because
basically,
of who she is.
Right, but the way she was saying it was, to me, incorrect. Because she's saying that it's hard for her to date because people are prejudiced against transgenders. Now, when you use that word prejudice, I'm not saying there aren't some prejudiced folks out there, right?
Oh, there's a lot.
There is.
There's tons of prejudiced people out there, and I'm sure there's plenty of prejudice against transgenders. It's not something...
Hell, we had to deal with prejudiced people on the last live stream we did.
We'll get to that before we're done here today. Believe me, we'll get to that in a minute. There's, I'm sure, plenty of people who have their opinions on transgenders, whether it's, you know, spitting in the face of God or whatever the fuck people want to think out there. Let me start this off by saying this. I don't give a flying fuck what you do to yourself. This world is so fucked up that if you think you need to do something to make yourself happy, or if you think you've never been happy with your penis or your vagina and you want to change it into something else, if it makes you happy, have a fucking ball. Go do you. Life is too fucking short to not be happy. So if it makes you happy, have fun, buddy. All right? But the way this woman was approaching this situation was basically saying that anybody who doesn't want to date a transgender is prejudiced against transgenders.
And the way she was wording it too was she was addressing herself as a trans, but at the same time a woman too.
Right.
Like full female.
Right.
And the way she was asking the question, it's like you couldn't give an answer without sounding prejudiced, yes, unless you're agreeing with it.
Yes, because the way she was wording it was, I'm not a transgender, I'm a woman. Okay, yes, I understand you went through the procedure. You know, some people go all the way with it. Some just have the feminine hormones, all that, get the boobs done. They still keep their penis. There's 8 million mixed ways this can go right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call a transgender right now somebody who goes all the way with the procedures.
Yeah.
Somebody who becomes full-on woman after being a man, or somebody who becomes full-on man after being a woman. Now, yes, you are a woman now. Absolutely. And if you're happy, congratulations. But to say that he's prejudiced or fucked up in some way for not wanting to date you, that's not being prejudiced. That's a fucking preference.
It is.
That's like
so if
me going up to Nick and saying, hey, Nick.
Yeah.
Do you like redheads?
I love redheads.
Fucker, you were supposed to go along with this.
But that was a bad one to use because I actually dig redheads.
Okay, fine. Do you like Mexicans?
Some of them are okay.
All right, stop. We're not going to do this. We'll be here for an hour. Stop it. Just go along with whatever I say.
Okay.
Hey, Nick, do you like redheads?
I mean, they're not really my thing.
Well, that's it.
Ask me.
Okay.
Ask me. Fucking hell.
Julius, would you ever date a redhead?
No.
Well, you're fucking prejudiced. Why won't you date a redhead?
I just don't like redheads.
Why not?
I just don't.
Well, now you're prejudiced against all redheads across the world. I don't care if you got a redheaded brother who you take to Little League games and hang out with 25 times a day. Doesn't matter. I don't care if your 10 best friends are all redheads and you bought them all brand new yachts and a brand new mansion and got them all blowjobs from the hottest girls in the world. You won't date a redhead? You're prejudiced.
I'm sorry. How the fuck do we get from that to freaking blowjobs from the hottest woman in the world to cruise?
Because
What?
my point is simple. This was not an issue of being prejudiced.
It was an issue of preference.
Plain
By the
and
way, I do like redheads.
Yeah, we're
okay? It's a preference here. Okay? Now, the woman basically said, yeah, I'll call her a woman because that's what she wants to be called. The woman said, and I quote, if I met you in a bar and didn't tell you I was a transgender, would you hook up with me or whatever? And he was like, if I didn't know, sure, probably. And then she said, well, right there, you prove my point. All the underlying tones, only because I'm a transgender, you won't hook up with me. Again, to say he's prejudiced, number one, he was sitting not less than 2 inches away from you. If he was truly prejudiced against transgenders, if he hated transgenders so much, he wouldn't have been within 100 miles of you. He probably wouldn't have agreed to do the show. He was sitting right next to you, talking to you, having a conversation. You had your arm around him at one point. It didn't even seem to bother him. Okay? So you tried to say all these things, and you said, "Oh, but I think you would," and then you tried to pull him in and say, "Give us a kiss," and he said, "No, no, 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 no," sat up and pulled away, and this lit the fucking internet up.
I honestly think that he just felt completely, like, irritated about the conversation.
I think he felt sandbagged. I think
Yeah.
he felt like he got backed into a corner.
Yeah.
He gave his honest response to something he didn't know was coming. So he just gave his honest response. And then she used every word he said
Against him.
Yeah.
And it was fucked up to me. It was malicious, cruel, and fucked up. You can say what you want. You want to call him prejudice? I don't agree with you, but hey, whatever. Everybody's got their fucking opinion.
So let me get this straight. Now, we're all straight here.
I
Correct?
hope so.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope
Okay. So this means that if a guy came up to us trying to date us and we said, "Sorry, we're straight, you know, we're all in a relationship or whatever,"
We're prejudiced.
that makes us,
Yep. And
you know, afraid of gay people?
what they're going to say is this, and this is what I've heard being said on the internet all over the place right now, is that they made the choice to change their sex. They are no longer a man, they are a woman, and we should look at them as women. And yes, I'll be the first one to say, and it probably sounds hypocritical, sitting in a bar with my buddies having some drinks, chick walks up to me, starts talking to me. If I didn't know any better, I'd probably talk to the girl. I'd probably even think, hey man, maybe this is leading somewhere. But the fact that I don't want to date somebody who's a transsexual, a transgender, a trans whatever the fuck you want to call it, does not mean that I have an issue with them. I don't want to date guys either, but yet I have guy friends. Like, it's a preference.
A preference thing. It's not a transgender phobic, homophobic, anything like that. It's nothing like that. It's literally a preference thing.
No, we got to stop this shit, man. We are turning into a world of fucking snowflakes and cupcakes. You can't say shit without offending somebody.
You really
Everything
can't.
we fucking say pisses somebody the fuck off.
No matter what it is or what the topic is about, you could be like, "Oh, I just don't like the color blue."
Yep, you're now racist against blue people all around the world. That's it. Fucking Martians hate your ass right now.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Oh wait, Martians are supposed to be green, aren't they? Avatars hate you right now.
Smurfs do too.
Yep. I don't understand what's going on out there. We have all become so fucking, and it's like things reach this boiling point when, you know, and I hate to associate everything with this fucking idiot, but I have no other choice. When Trump started making his run,
Yeah.
everything became such this black and white zone all of a sudden.
Everything is so sensitive to talk
Yeah,
about now.
it's like you're either on this side or this side. There's no gray area in the middle anymore. You know,
It's like you met a big titty Asian woman. You had sex with her so many times, you had an orgasm. Now the next woman that comes over wants to touch your penis. Don't touch it, it's sensitive.
that means you hate her. Yep, means you hate her.
No, I'm just saying, like, in a way, that's like pretty much how everything is now. Like, everything is such a sensitive topic, you can't
It's-
even really bring it up anymore.
It's hard for me to understand really because I don't know about you guys, but I like the gray area.
Yeah.
I operate most of my life in the gray area.
Well, yeah, I don't want to follow anybody.
I don't like, you know, that it's this way or this way and that's it. I don't like that shit.
I'm gonna make my own way. Fuck you
I'm
guys.
gonna make my own way and decide what I think is good for me and what's not good for me, and everybody else can go live their life the way they want to. But the fact that I don't want to date somebody who's transgender, that makes me a bad person now.
Apparently.
I would think the fact that I call everybody scumbags and tell everyone they go fuck themselves makes me a bad person. Not, you know, the transgender thing. I wouldn't think that did it. But does that do it? Is that what it is? I don't know.
In this day and age, shit's all fucked up.
Listen, you made a very tough choice in your life. I get that. It can't be easy to do what you're doing and to go after what makes you happy and make the changes you're making in your life. But you know what? Don't run around and say because, oh wait, that guy didn't want to date me. He's the scum of the earth. He's a prejudiced asshole. He's this, he's that. No, maybe you're just not his type. You know what? It happens all the time. We as men, if that was the case, men could call 90% of the female population prejudice. We get fucking turned down all the time. You don't hear us crying out loud. Like, I didn't understand this. I still don't understand it. The man stated his honest opinion and he's being fucking reamed for it. And, you know, credit to the people who have stood up for him, like Charlemagne the God and Outlaw Morgan, just to name a couple off the top of my head. You know, and like the women on the show were like, oh, it's not binary. They're like, they think it's only gay and straight, and that's it. I'm sorry. I mean, maybe you forgot bisexual. Besides that, though, what is there? Did I miss something along the way?
No, can't.
Like that thing where a woman puts a choker around your neck, sticks a ball in your mouth,
You mean dominatrix?
and tickles on a balloon.
Oh,
There's that thing.
You watch too many movies. No, but seriously, did I like miss a health class or something along the way?
I don't think it's. Oh, hey, to go back to that, I don't think it's that he watches too many movies. Your Sunday activities don't really. We don't really need to know about that, but it's okay. We support you.
I'm serious. Did I miss something here? Because you're gay,
Alright,
you're
so-
straight, or in my terms, you're fucking greedy. But you're one or the other.
Wait, another thing that this woman said, she was asked, "Oh, are you gay?" And she said, "No, I am not gay."
This is such a.
That's where I kind of lost
It's a very
track
tricky subject
because
isn't it?
it's like you were once a man, now you're a woman. Now, do you be taken as in the gay sexuality because you were once a man, now you're a woman, but you don't like women anymore? I don't.
Well, wait. Here's my question.
I don't understand.
This is what my question would be to Hart.
Yeah.
Did you like men before the change? Did you like women before the what's your preference right now? And what was your preference before the change? Right? If your preference was men before you had the change, then weren't you gay to begin with? Isn't that just the way things are?
I believe so.
And if you had the change to sleep with women, you're a woman now, you want to sleep with women, aren't you still gay?
My mind is fucked right now.
Yeah,
It turned to fucking. My brain just turned to acid and just turned into little.
Do you see what's
specks
going
of
on here?
dust.
Like, this is becoming a very confusing area in
Yeah,
life.
like when she said that, I'm sitting there, I'm like, but wait a minute, you were with, well, I'm all confused now, you lost me.
That's what
You
I
had
mean.
me at hello.
It becomes a very confusing and gray area, and I don't blame Ginuine for simply saying, you know what, I don't want to date a transgender. I don't.
It all just comes down to personal preference. Like, there are a lot of guys, I actually personally know one, that's into that.
Listen,
You know what? All the power to them.
you can say whatever you want out there about people being prejudiced, this and that. Guess what? Transgender and, I hope I'm saying this the right way. Yeah, I don't really give a fuck if I am or I'm not. She-male videos and all that kind of shit. They're like the #1 search thing on every porn website you go on right now. People are curious. All right? This is what the world is. And while I can understand your situation being touchy and you're going to have a hard time finding dates and things like that, guess what? You're not the only one out there. That's just the fact
I'm
of it.
pretty sure a lot of men who have been turned into a woman, or women who have been turned into a man, also have a lot of trouble. I mean, it is a hard procedure to go through. I know
But you can't-
I know a few people that have gone through it.
You cannot.
Damn.
You cannot go out and simply bash every single man who says he doesn't want to go out with you. You can't. You know what you're going to do to yourselves, to you, as a whole, your community, if you will. You're going to vilify yourselves. to every ignorant hillbilly scumbag there is out there that's just looking for more reasons to hate you, you're going to just load them up with ammunition. I don't know what to tell you right now, to be honest. I'm kind of at a loss for words here because we're crucifying a man for saying how he feels.
And having his opinion on it.
And he didn't even do it like nasty. No. He didn't attack anybody.
More like they're crucifying a man for having a preference.
Right.
He has having a preference and a matter of opinion on the subject.
He likes women.
No, it's not even an opinion.
See, but I guess that's where
it's
they're going to...
It's a preference.
That's where I guess things are going to get shady here, because they don't want to be looked at as transgenders. They were men, now they're a woman. They want to be looked at as...
a woman.
A woman. Well, if that's the case, just don't fucking tell anybody. If it's not that big of a deal to you, if you were always a woman, and all that's happened is they made you a woman now, just don't tell anyone.
But this is where the complication lies. What if she doesn't tell him that she was a man?
Okay.
And the man eventually wants kids down the road.
Oh, I don't know about all that. I'm not getting into all that stuff because I don't know if they can or they can. Or, you know, I don't know.
That's where the complication comes in.
Hormones and all that. I don't know. We're getting off topic. I want to publicly come out and defend Ginuine, though, in this situation. I do. I think it's wrong right now. I think this is another one of those times that we are just so afraid of offending someone or saying something the wrong way that instead of saying the way we actually feel about the situation, we're just going to crucify this poor dude who's so low on cash, he's got to do Big Brother UK. That's not even the real Big Brother. It's the one across the pond.
It's like we're back at the freaking Salem witch trial era of the world. Where we're crucifying everybody for every little thing.
Asking everyone to just whitewash situations and just be like, yeah, no, whatever, I'm good. It's not going to happen. This is just the way the world is. People have a preference. It's the way the world works. You know how many single girls there are out there because they can't find some rich guy with, a BMW and everything else? You know how many single guys there are out there because they can't find a supermodel walking down the street? It's preference. It's just what you look for.
Do you know how many guys are single out there that can't find a girl that will strap them with a ball gag and freaking tickle on a balloon for them?
As I said, we don't need to know what the fuck you do Sunday nights.
You worry me.
Bruh.
So, yeah, I think I've said enough about this. I don't think I want to go any further because I'm getting to that weird area where I'm going to start saying things that might offend people. Will offend people. Will. And I'm not that kind of person. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift gears here, and I'm going to hand it off to you.
Okay.
You had some problems over on your show, on your P.O.C. show.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it.
So if you will give me a little background info.
So here's the background info.
Wait, hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
You give a little background info. I will then unload a verbal assault on these little fucking keyboard warriors. You will then take this and put it on your page and let them all know they can come see me if they got a problem. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Staying on the subject of prejudice, take it away, Nick.
Okay. So, last night, I was sitting there playing Call of Duty, and I had no idea Brandon went live, which is my co-host on the P.O.C., also my little brother. Mike, if you guys watch the P.O.C. show, our other buddy Mike, who does the wrestling videos with us, you can't miss him.
Okay. Cliff notes, condense, plot, fact.
Okay. He texted me and said, the live feed is becoming toxic. I'm like, the fuck you talking about? I didn't get a notification that Brandon went live.
Toxic, like Swamp Thing walked in the room?
So, I checked it out, and I couldn't believe what I saw in the comments section. Racist remarks, freaking incestual jokes, fucking...
Incest jokes?
Yeah.
What kind of incest jokes?
There's one that pissed me off simply for the fact that this fucker brought up dad.
What do you mean he brought up dad?
Fucking, he asked Brandon, he's like, oh, would your dad be okay with me seeing your white penis?
Okay. Go ahead.
And I'm just like, no, you fucking didn't.
Was there more than one person?
Oh, there was a lot. I freaking have them all saved for the video that we're doing on Saturday. They're all in my little notepad. So, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to read them all aloud right here. We're going to do it again Saturday. So that way, all you that aren't subscribed to us can see it. All right. So the first one, coming from Tau Lime. Where the fuck you got your name, I'll have no idea. I want to see black people die. Tau Lime again. We must start killing black people to save the world. Wait, I'm not done. Diarrhea. Oh, that's the one that made the dad penis thing.
Okay.
Tau Lime again. Nuke Africa. And Tau Lime. Because we called him out, he decided to call us as evil as a black person.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. Okay. That's racism. That's prejudice. And that all happened to my 16-year-old? Or he turned 17 already? No, 16-year-old little brother. While he was doing a live feed about wrestling. And while we understand and we invite hate and negative comments and all, you do stuff like this, it's coming.
And we can, listen, we want people to send hate. It's okay, because we're just going to roast you later on. It's fun.
No, send hate, I don't care. It don't affect my day one way or the other, so have fun. But when you do something like this, it's what's exactly is wrong with this world today. That person, since it was all basically one person except for the other guy, was literally moving around looking for somewhere to just jump in a live chat and absolutely start shit. Why? Because the toughest part of your body is your fingers on the keyboard. That's it. 90% of the comments you made, sir, you wouldn't have the balls to back up in person if you had a fucking army standing behind you. And I hope, for your sake, you never make those comments in the wrong area, because God help you.
Sending hate comments is one thing on your channel, but at least send hate comments about, like, you guys or the channel itself.
You want to attack us?
Don't bring race into it.
You want to attack us? Have fun. I don't care. The fuck, I got nothing else going on. But to make comments like that, yeah, no,
I mean,
it's not going to fucking fly. So, the next time you think about jumping on our page, take a minute and think before you talk. Because, yeah, let me find you in person. Seth Rollins just brought back the curb stomp. I'll have to borrow it for a little while.
And the thing is, like...
That was good.
And the thing is, like, as you said, that's obviously somebody who is either racist or just an idiot trying to start something.
I don't even think it was a racist, to be honest with you. I think it was some fucking idiot.
Just trying to get...
trying to get a reaction out of people. But you make comments like that, and it's what's wrong with the fucking world today. Those comments shouldn't even be fucking made anymore. It's fucking 2018. Seriously?
And we're still doing this. We're really going backwards.
Like, we're still playing this fucking game. We're still got... Racism is your only card to pull. That's it.
And Martin Luther King's Day was like freaking 2 days ago. No, wait.
Yesterday.
It was yesterday.
While he was doing the feed.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was during Martin Luther King's Day that this fucking idiot...
Martin Luther King
would have been turning over in his grave right now.
Rolling in his grave right now if he saw what this world has become.
Listen, man, like, go get a fucking hobby or something. I don't know. Get a fucking girlfriend. Maybe then you won't be sitting here all day long just looking for fucking live feeds to jump on and start shit. Is your life really that shitty that that's the only way you can make yourself feel good?
Like, I
Like-
see.
You want to jump on here and go toe to toe with me? Have fun. My brother is a 16-year-old talking about wrestling. Does he go too far sometimes? Absolutely. Does he make some statements that are a little bit out there?
Yeah.
Definitely. But you know what? What happened yesterday upset him because that's not the way we grew up.
Well, actually, it didn't upset him. He just thought it was fucking. He thought it was like retarded, but he was just He kept his composure and continued with the feed, and I respect him a lot for that because
good job, man.
Because us three, knowing Brandon as much as we do, when people say offensive shit to him, he curls it up, breaks down, and starts freaking like punching everything. So, Brandon, if you're eventually gonna watch this, so
good job.
Good
Brandon.
job
Yeah.
on keeping your composure, bro.
Good job, Brandon. You did better than I would have because I'd have fucking lost my
But
shit.
the slaughter's just gonna begin because on
And started
Saturday,
screaming at this dude.
on our channel,
And for the
we
one
are
that
going
made,
to address it again.
for the one that made the incest comments, yeah, maybe you should go find your father and give him a hug because you're fucked up in the head. That's pretty much it. We will tackle this.
I actually got
subject.
something to say, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Like, as you said, like it was just somebody who's starting shit. It's shit like this that I instantly think racism because not too many people watching this know. I'm not sure if you obviously know, but freaking I'm mixed. My father's black and native. My mom's like white, Italian, German, stuff like that. There are some people in my family I'm not allowed to meet because they're just racist like that.
Exactly.
I am not allowed to meet them. There were times where I came close to meeting them, and the shit they said was freaking. I'm not even gonna try and freaking say what the hell they said because it's racist and towards a child.
Exactly.
People
I
are
didn't
scum.
hear it, but it was towards me and my sister. There are people in my family who, as I said, I'm not allowed to meet because they're racist like that. I have been on both sides, been racist, getting racist remarks thrown towards me, my father, at high school one time towards my father, and almost towards friends when we were just walking around, going to meet up with other friends, and my friend is black, and he freaking looks, you know what I mean. We get pulled over, and I was doing dumb shit. We're freaking joking around, I'm screaming and stuff like that, yelling at traffic like a real fucking idiot. Cop pulls us over and shit like that. Obviously, we fucked up, or I fucked up. I come forward, yeah, it's my fault. If you want to do whatever, give me a ticket, I'll take responsibility. No problem. So, guy goes back to the car, freaking does all this shit. Detective pulls up, pins the whole thing on my friend. So, that's where I get pissed off, and I'm saying, no, it's me, are you deaf, what the fuck, this, that, and the third.